we are going to be doing a unboxing, an unboxing vid. So first off, guys, I know everybody has been telling me, and I quote, that I need to get a PS5 camera. So I'm going to explain the little backstory on that. So I'm going to explain a little backstory on that. Sorry if my angling's a little meh right now. It's because of, So a while back, everybody's been telling me, oh, you need to get a PS5 camera. You need to get a PS5 camera, Sorry, guys, I got to check the brightness on my camera real quick. There we go. So everyone's been telling me I need to get a PS5 camera. I need to get a PS5 camera. So I decided I was going to try to find one. However, guys, I'm going to leave a link below, but the buddy that I blew up a ceramic toilet with, because, well, I didn't blow it up, he blew it up, but he was trying to help me through a coping phase, just so we're clear on that one. But got that out of the way. He was trying to help me with a coping phase, so, Anywho, I'm going to scooch over a hair just so I'm in the, there we go. So, anywho, guys, so whenever we hung out, we would get some food, we would do all that stuff, and basically what we would do is we would go out, hang out, do all that stuff. Yes, Meanbird, you weren't the only one, but I'm going to explain why I couldn't get one, and then we're going to open the package I just received today. So why I couldn't get one, so me and my buddy, we've been out everywhere, okay? We've been to Troy, we've been to Muncie, we've been to Richmond, we've been everywhere when we hang out. He does the driving, so, just so we're clear on that one. But every store I went to, I tried looking for a PS5 camera, and every place I've been to, they did not have one. I called around and asked. I've checked every game shop, I've checked every electronic shop, nothing. So I reached out to another one of my buddies. They told me, and I will tell you guys the reason on the definition, but they told me because of scalpers that you now officially have to order stuff through the company. And you guys are probably going to ask, well, what's a scalper? A scalper is a type of person that would say, like, on Black Friday, if you can get something at a cheaper deal, then what they will do is they will buy all of it outright in bulk. Then, when they buy it out in bulk, they'll resell it for double or triple the value. So, like, example, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but, I'm sorry if I don't want to butcher your name and sound offensive, but I do have an Xbox, but I have the retro one. I may get a current one at some point, but that's at some point, and that's if I can get enough or get organizational stuff working out. But anywho, back to the story. So, or back to the example. So, you guys are probably wondering, well, what is a scalper? A scalper is a person who would wait till a certain time frame till everything's reduced, buy everything in bulk, but then resell it online for double the value. So and I'm sorry if I repeat myself, but sometimes I lose, my brain's like a goldfish in a 5-second loop. But anyway, so for example, say they brought back the Sega CD or the Sega Genesis, then the Sega CD and the Sega CD 32X. Okay, now these are just examples. They put it into a combo form for $300. But on Black Friday, you get half off. A person who's a scalper could go in, buy out all the stuff they have. So they could buy the whole stock, and then after that, they could resell it for double what they're worth. So if it's 150, double of that would be 350, or triple of that would be about 450. So basically, they would just resell already bought items. So, So I reached out to another buddy of mine, and he said, well, if you're going to get something, you would have to go through the company, because since there are scalpers, when people get the opportunity of finding other items, they'll do the same thing. They'll buy it out in bulk, and then they will resell it for double the value of what they're worth. So, like, say there's a video game you want so bad, and it's $60. Again, this is an example. If there's a game you want, it's $60. A person can go in, buy all they have in bulk, and then resell it for double the price. So that $60 could be doubled to $120, or tripled to $180. So it is what it is. But like I said, this is the best plan that the company's done, I'm going to say, because if they don't put it out on the shelves, scalpers cannot get access to it. And honestly, in my opinion, scalpers, it should be against the law to scalp and try to make money off of resell goods. Anywho, oh, sorry guys, had to take a bit of a puff to relax a bit, because whenever I talk about stuff like this, my brain will want to go in uproar mode. But enough of that. We got my package, so we're gonna get into the hubbub, and we're gonna see what we got. This is going to take a minute. Oh. I should have thought to get a knife or a pair of scissors or something. But I want to do this box nicely. Thank you, Mean Bird. Thank you. All right. So let's see now. Okay. Oh, thought something was in here for a minute. Because the way this paper was folded, I thought something was in here for a minute. I feel dumber than a sack of hammers already. And guys, you'll be happy to know. A Sony PS5 camera. And the best thing is, this thing has a quick design setup. It's 1080p. And it's got background removal tools. So, now, when I'm doing gameplays, guys, you can see this handsome mug right on the screen. Well, Mean Birds, the good news is I actually had to pay around $60 for it. So that's a good start. Let's see. What's this? Okay. Okay. That's not important. Okay. So, on the bright side, guys, so once I get this puppy set up, you guys will be able to see see this handsome mug during the gameplay. And also, guys, the people that I play with, and Mean Bird's already heard them, since I'll have the camera, that'll prove that I have not said anything that those guys said, first of all. Because the best thing I could say, guys, is that I can cut him a little bit of a break because to be honest, like me, they've been going through rough patches, and when everyone's down on their luck, you know, they'll either do something to cope or do something to keep themselves together. So, you know, so if you hear them cussing enough, you guys know I'm trying to quit cussing as it is. Well, yeah, but Mean Bird, you know I didn't say any of that. And yes, they were drunk. All right, I will admit that they were a bit drunk, but because they was under a lot of stress. Mean Bird, I wouldn't drop that. Okay, that just for the record, I'm trying to clean up my cursing. So like, to explain to you guys what I do is if I feel like I'm about to curse, I will say something else. Okay, so like, if I'm about to curse, if I have the letter in the curse word, then I'll say something else. So like instead of saying what the F, I'll say what the Fujitora. Now, the only curse word I could possibly say is what is it? The only curse word that I know I could say, but it's also a noun or a place, is hell. Okay. So like I don't have to replace hell. So like if I wanted to, I could say what the hell. You see what I'm saying? But any other curse word, I am trying to change completely. Because guys, I want to try to keep this clean as best as possible. Because the complaint I have is you have kids that are clever nowadays. Okay, so like, say if parents aren't paying attention, and kids are like, oh, okay, you know, I'm tired of the kids kitty table. I want to switch to the adult table. They could create an alternate account and say like if there's a kid that's 10, but he's like, oh, I don't want to sit at the kiddie table. I want to sit at the adult table. I might test it out tonight. You know, I might actually do a live stream tonight. I'd test it out tonight just so I could actually get it started. But back to what I was saying about my philosophy, though, Mean Bird. I'm not saying you threw me off. I'm just trying to get back into the topic because, like I said, my brain will be like a goldfish if I forget what I was saying. But like I said, the reason why I'm trying to keep my content clean and to prove that I didn't say anything is, like I said, if you got a 10-year-old that's like sitting at the kids' table and they're like, no, I don't want to sit at the kids' table anymore. I want to sit at the adult table. They could make a YouTube channel or a YouTube account saying that they're older than what they are. And then they could access all the cartoon. They could bypass the COPA law and then watch anybody who cusses and stuff like that. That's my concern. Okay, that is honestly my concern. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with the COPA law, basically YouTube set it up to where like you can make content for kids, but you have to market that it's for kids. But if you make content that's not for kids, you have to label it not for kids. Me, I label all my stuff not for kids because if there is some stuff that some people will say like, oh, well, that's you know, da 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 da, that's inappropriate for kids, you know, da 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 da. It's like, you know, like one year, I don't know what year it was, but I went to Comic-Con, okay, and I might do that again at some point because I might talk to my buddy Dawson and get him to go to a Comic-Con over in Ohio or a Comic-Con in Indiana. I don't know. We'll have to work out a battle plan, and I'll have to figure out my finances. But one year, I did a video of Comic-Con. Okay, I still got the footage. I still got all the pictures. I need to figure out how to get all that transferred to my YouTube phone so I could do like a montage of all the people that I took pictures with. And I might do a little video voiceover here and there. But The thing was, I know that some people in different communities keep getting backlash because of kids. Mean Bird, come on, man. They're buddies of Dawson's, so you know. But like I said, I will try to talk to them and see if they could tone it back a bit. Okay, because like I said, they're having an off week. Everybody has their off week, and then when they have an off week, they'll get drunk. Okay, I'm saying this is a defense mechanism, but I can understand where they are. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not getting mad at you. Okay, I'm not getting mad. I'm just calmly explaining. No, I'm just. It may sound like I'm getting mad, Mean Birds, but I'm calm. Okay? What I'm trying to say is I can understand them because I used to be the same way. Like, at my old job, like, I used to get a lot of crap, and I'll be straight up honest. I used to get a lot of crap at my old job that I resorted to drinking. And, like, I'll have 2 wine coolers, I'll get on a game, and then, yeah, I will slur my words, but people will say, oh, well, you said this when I know I didn't. Well, I mean, to be fair, I didn't drink for quite a while. But last night, I picked up a couple things of Jack Daniels. They had one with Coke and one with a watermelon, but they are 5% alcohol. Now, on occasion, sometimes, like, if a friend brings a drink that's like the volume percent is higher than what I've handled, then it's like, yeah, I'll drink, but I won't get on stream. I won't do any of that stuff. So, like, if I drink alcohol that's higher than what I'm used to, yeah, that would be a no-go. It'll have to, like, if I drink, it has to be on my days off. Because that's the issue that I have right now. So, but like I said, guys, so I'll be happy to get this handsome mug back up on recording. Yeah, I'll see what I can do, Mean Bird, But Mean Bird, the one thing I'm gonna ask politely is, I know there's some stuff that agitates you, and I understand that. But could you try to be careful on calling people out? Because, like I said, man, I mean, like, I know you call them out on good intentions, but I'm just asking. All right, if they said anything that's way over the line, I know better to say something. Like, I'll say something. All right, I'm being respectful. I'm not mad. I'm just being respectable. And sometimes if it's how I talk, and I'm going to be straight up on this sometimes, but like if I say something out of shock, then yeah, with how my thank you. But Mean Birds, for future reference, when I do talk, sometimes I do have that tone where I'll sound angry or I'll sound rude, and I try not to be. It's just the tone of my voice sometimes. So, like, even if I talk to people like how I'm talking now, they'll think I'm saying something rude or in a bad tone. So, which is why I always say, if I sounded rude or sounded angry, I do apologize. It's just how my tone sounds. Okay. Now, if I was angry, I would let you know if I'm angry or if my tone sounds louder. But sometimes, and this is the confusion with some people, if my tone gets louder, sometimes, like if I get excited, some people think I sound angry. But then if I sound angry, some people think I sound excited. You see how it goes that way? And I'm sorry I'm stuttering like Porky Pig. I'm just trying to explain it the best way I can without sounding like I'm, talking down. Oh. Oh. Whew. I always hate it when that happens. Whew. Yeah. And just for you guys on the record, because I know I'm probably going to get comments about it. Yes, I do vape, but I do the non-nicotine stuff. No mean birds, it's not. It's a flavored vape, but I do it to relax, but it's non-nicotine. So basically it just got the flavoring. So, it's the brand is called Geek Bar. What's for lunch today? Honestly, I don't know. I know I had some bacon my mom made, so, So that's all I had for right now. But what I'm probably going to do is have an energy drink, get set up with the camera, and then test this puppy out. But I'll probably do like some Call of Duty Zombies or something just to keep me, But I'll probably go into Zombies or something by myself just to test out the camera. I'll have to let people know on the Limelight or appear offline just so that way I can test the camera out, But besides that, guys, and also there is another thing, guys. So I have a buddy of mine who keeps me up with the Korean news. Oh boy. If you guys remember a while back, we talked about Ramsey Khalid Ismail, aka Johnny Somali. Oh my Lord, guys, he dug himself into a deeper hole. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Okay, I will test it in a bit. Let me finish the stream and then we will get it set up. But guys, so I will tell you this much. If you guys keep up with the Korean news, I'm going to warn you now. Ramsey Khalid Ismail's IQ is so low, and I am talking low. And if I could staff it right now, the characters from Dumb and Dumber would be here, and any smart person would be way up top, like about here. Ramsey Khalid Ismail, aka Johnny Somali. His IQ is so low, he makes the Dumb and Dumber characters look smart. What were the names of the Dumb and Dumber characters? I think it was like, what was it? Harry and Lloyd. I think that was the name of the characters. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but, But anyhow, guys, also, while I think about it, I am going to link the video when me and my buddy blew up the ceramic toilet. And I may do a live stream later to tell you guys about exactly what happened. But for now, guys, you just witnessed the unboxing. We did get our PS5 camera. And I will set her up and we will test it out with a nice round of zombies. So give me a few and I'll see you guys soon. Bach Direct signing out. Peace out and see you guys in a hot minute. Peace.